And so, good morning again, good afternoon, and welcome to our second Sunday mindful meditation gathering. I'm Shay Condro, and I'm here to be your guide on this heart centered journey of mindful meditation. And I'm just delighted that you're here. And I'd like to start with just arriving in the moment. So let's just take a moment to slow our breathing a little bit, be aware of the space that we're in, the support that's beneath us. Um, whether you're in a chair or on a cushion, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes for just a few moments, allowing our attention to rest on our body, maybe even give rise to an intention. Let's let go of any tension, dropping our shoulders, releasing our weight into our seat. Just notice where we are, the temperature around us, any sounds in the air, sensations on our skin, the feel of your clothes against your body, just resting in awareness. And breathing with an easy breath and just coming fully into this moment. And we can open our eyes, at least for right now. Welcome. I see some of you are making this gathering a regular part of your practice. And I just thank you for being part of this community. It's meaningful to me personally, but I think it's meaningful to each of us to continue to find a space where there are familiar spaces and an energy of uh, people that are committed to these ideas of loving kindness, compassion, and really deepening our mindfulness practices. And these gatherings are an opportunity to deepen our practice and really connect with like-minded individuals. And today's focus is living as compassion. Compassion is one of my favorite subjects. It's something that I believe soothes the savage beast. And sometimes life can feel that way, circumstances can feel that way. And we certainly, when we're caught in a wave of suffering or discontent, compassion can be a soothing balm. And I know in my own life, when I embody compassion, particularly in my daily practice, I not only benefit myself, but there's also a tangible positive impact on the people around me, the energy around me. I witness it and I see it and I feel it. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to dial in our attention on our heart um, and cultivate that sense of compassion, because we really can walk in the world as compassion. For me, living as compassion means approaching each moment with kindness, with understanding, and with a genuine desire to alleviate the suffering of others. And when I say others, actually, I mean all beings, and I'm included in that. So I think it's fair and lovely and wonderful for us to include ourselves in our wish to, um, know a world that is more compassionate and more focused on kindness, and to nurture not only our own well-being, but to foster that peaceful and harmonious um, way of being in the world. So, today we're going to reflect on some of the benefits of living with a compassionate heart, compassion for ourselves, of course, and as I often say, for each other and for this precious planet. We will touch on some of the basics of meditation and essentials in our practice. I find it always powerful to review those things. Even as a longtime meditator, I love to be reminded of some of the basic points. And as we settle into our time together, we will touch on that. And then from there, I will guide us in a visualization and prompting us to rest our attention in this powerful present moment as a source, like a stream, a field of compassion. So, you know, what might this look like these days? What might it look like when we are um, practicing these things? In the amid the busyness and um, sometimes I might even call it a fray of daily activity. You know, com- Being compassion or being a sense of compassion can reduce our stress, particularly if we are flowing that towards ourselves. And when we practice that self-compassion, we will end up replacing those harsh self-critical things with self-kindness. And how many of us do that? How many of us are we are like our own worst critics, and oftentimes in my own life it's been completely invisible. And so it when we do stop and pause and become more self-aware and we see where we do these things, and then we can make a different choice, we can move our attention from that self-critical um, comments or thoughts and move it into compassion. And this creates a different environment for us internally, creates a more peaceful environment. And, it has so many um, potencies to it. Self compassion includes being mindful of our emotions without being overly identified with them, which can add to our resilience in this different situations we find ourselves in. I know a day can be just going along and all seems well, and I'm like, wow, I really got this down. And then something comes in, an email, a message, a choice someone is making that just sort of, sends me off, and I to find my way back. And the first step is to embrace myself with some kind understanding and not being critical. So, mindfulness can that present moment awareness allows us to observe our feelings without being necessarily swept away by them, helping us to have a more balanced perspective and more um, emotional regulation so that we can return to that space of calm. I love Sarah McLean's phrase. She often says that unshakable, peaceful center. And that's one of those places I aspire to live from. So, developing self love, self care, it leads to greater inner peace. And then there's, of course, the idea of living as compassion and how it impacts those that are around us. Um, our compassionate actions, your compassionate actions, create a ripple effect and inspire others to also act with kindness and understanding. It strengthens our relationships. People feel you. They feel that you care. They feel support. It helps cultivate a supportive community. It nurtures our relationships with family, with friends. I can hardly say enough about the power of compassion. And I know from my practice as a Buddhist that that was at the center. I know the Dalai Lama says, my religion is kindness, and he is an embodiment of compassion in the way he moves in the world. And compassion impacts the entire world. The ripples that go out in the space around us, the ones that echo through us, within us, and then move out to others. And then the ripples continue as compassion extends beyond our immediate circle and begins to include all living beings and even the planet herself. She responds to our love. She responds to our caring presence as we find ourselves caring for the environment and all living things. Then we are contributing truly to a more sustainable and harmonious world. So much conflict is when we look around, but do we really want to put our attention on the conflict? Do we want to spend time raging against the machine? We may need a little relief, in some ways, but what if we, move our attention to compassion and we choose to activate that, empower that, and let those ripples soothe this craziness that we might observe around us. So, yeah, so how does this look in our day-to-day lives? It looks like choosing where we direct our attention, and it looks like taking time for self-care, to forgive ourselves for our mistakes, to speak to yourself with kindness, and with others to offer that listening ear. I know the newsletters this month they come out each week, as many of you may know, on Friday mornings, and they're focused this month on relationships and cultivating our relationships and more depth and more connection. And when we offer a listening ear to a friend or family member or coworker, and we truly show up with presence, it, I, yeah, I can hardly say how much it matters. It matters a great deal. And as we practice patience in our interactions with each other, we express gratitude and appreciation for what we have and those around us. And I know, as a global citizen, living as compassion, what might that look like? I'd be curious to hear from any of you at some point, maybe as we close out, or if you're just feeling inspired now. Um, what does that look like in your own life? We may volunteer for community service. We may make more conscious choices in our relationship with the environment. We may advocate for social justice, and that doesn't have to look like going out and raising a sign or marching. It certainly can be your voice being heard. It might just be standing for these things in our own life, in our own prayers, in our own conversations with others, the things that matter to us. There is an incredible impact when we choose to exercise that superpower that is our ability to place our attention intentionally. Um, and that's where meditation comes in as well, because meditation is an opportunity to exercise that muscle, to exercise the idea of of moving our attention from maybe some of our habitual ways of thinking to something that's aligned with the person we wish to be, the person we're committed to be in this world. So meditation cultivates that self-awareness and allows us to connect more deeply. Ultimately, we foster a sense of calm and resilience. So, with that being said, I think it's time. And if Barbara, if you are listening, it is time to start with. let's revisit where we're sitting. Let's revisit our posture. Let's connect with this moment. Sit up straight, um, with your body relaxed. Let's pull our shoulders back a little bit. I know in the world we live in, not only is gravity pulling us forward, but so many of our activities have us sort of leaning in, whether it's, computers or desk work or crafts or whatever it is that captures our attention. So, and even our head can get a little heavy. So, pulling our chin back intentionally, aligning it with the spine. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes or maintain a downward gaze. And as you begin, take a deep breath, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth with a big sigh, and letting go, letting go. Just do that 2 more times, just breathing in, sinking into your seat, exhaling 1 more time. I often get the question about the difference between breathing out through your mouth or out through your nose. And when we breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth, it is great for releasing any tension in our physical and emotional body. It releases the body tension, which is a great way to start our meditation. And then as we settle in, we want to allow your breath to settle into an easy rhythm and begin to breathe in and out through the nose, because this stimulates our parasympathetic nervous system. It allows us to move into that space of rest and digest. And this can lead to a more sustained state of relaxation and peacefulness. So, breathing in and out of our nose creates a more consistent airflow and can be particularly beneficial for our meditation practice. So, let's just rest in this space for a moment, breathing in and out of our nose. Aware of the sensations of your breath as it enters and leaves your body. Cool air flowing in, warm air flowing out, a gentle rise and fall of your abdomen. Your mind wanders, bring it back to your breath without judgment. We just need 3 things to meditate. We need our willingness to be here, which you are. We need our non-judgmental attention. No good, no bad, no right, no wrong. It just is. We need an object to focus. In this moment, it's our breath. In the steady, calm rhythm. And from here, imagine a warm, radiant light glowing at the center of your being, in your love space, in your heart space. This light represents your innate passion. Compassion is our natural state. By learning just to be in this awareness, we are already living as compassion. Feel the warmth of this light and its comforting presence. Staying right here, right now, present in your life. With each inhale, imagine this light growing brighter and stronger. With each exhale, feel the light spreading throughout your entire body, filling you with a sense of peace and compassion. If your mind wanders, bring it back to this warm, welcoming space, anchoring with your breath. Feel the light of love spreading from your heart to the edges of your form. And as you continue to breathe deeply, silently repeat this phrase. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease. Feel the light enveloping you, offering love and kindness to every part of yourself. You are amazing. You are a radiant source of love, generous and kind. Let's sit together quietly in this space of radiant compassion. I will watch the time. Stay present and relaxed. Now imagine yourself standing in your life. Expand your awareness to include all the people that you encounter in any day. Just from right here, right now, just allow your awareness to expand. You at the center as a radiant light of compassion. Your family, friends, your coworkers, your neighbors, those in your greater community. Notice any resistance to anyone in particular and just let it go. Be here now as this light of compassion. And feel this light that is within you start to flow to every living being around you. Let it flow around the country, around the globe. Imagine 8 billion humans, countless animals, and other living beings touched, enveloped in this radiant light of compassion. The source within your own heart. The impact, immeasurable. Let's rest in this space for a little longer. The mind wanders, just bring it back. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be safe. May all beings live with ease. radiant, beautiful. Your heart nourishing the world. Ripples of light. Take just a moment to visualize the earth herself glowing with light of compassion, healing and nurturing the environment. May our planet be healthy. May our planet be safe. May our planet thrive. With your gentle awareness on your breath and with your eyes still closed, note the steady rhythm of your breathing. Know that this light of compassion remains within you, a natural expression of your true nature, always present to be shared with the world. Take a few moments to sit quietly, feeling the effects of this practice. Kind of integration like a shavasana that we might do in our yoga practice. A restful state. And when you're ready, very slowly, very gently, open your eyes. carrying with you this sense of compassion into your daily life. And we'll take a moment while we're in this space of quiet stillness to share a simple prayer. May we all live with compassion in our hearts. May we act with kindness and understanding. May our lives be a source of healing and peace. May we nurture ourselves, each other, and our precious planet. May all beings be happy, healthy, and safe.